Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance. I'm Carmen Harra, surrounded by water. My house is like in the middle of the ocean, I guess because I'm so close to the ocean, and there's a lot of flooding around my house, but that's okay because we have a wonderful show tonight, and it has a lot to do with the mind and how we take the power of the mind into the real world. And then I always ask myself, what makes us the most evolved being on this planet, and how can we deal with tragedies like this when a catastrophic hurricane is about to hit us, or when we're dealing with shooting almost every second day in America, how we handle so much distress and so much negativity. And what gives us the power is the mind. And the mind goes far beyond circumstances. The mind goes beyond history. The mind creates the reality. So our thoughts are writing history in this very moment. So we live in the present, and the past is gone, and the future is a projection of something that we're creating right now. It is incredible that we are such a whole, such a complex entity, and yet we are not separated from the source of where we're coming from. So in other words, we're so connected with this infinite universe, exchanging all the time signals with the universe, and being in touch with the divine universe. It's important how you receive signals and how you exchange these messages from the world around, because if you elevate your thoughts, you can harness your mental power to your advantage, and then what you put in the universe is you receive back, and what you receive, it's exactly what you send out. So if you send out a lot of negativity and a lot of weakness, then you're not going to receive anything positive back. So and somehow, this has been said for thousands of years, and it's a way to express reality, but whatever is reflected outside from the inside out. So it's very important how to, as I said, to access your power to your advantage, and to break through a bad situation, to create everything in your favor. So that's why if you want to call in on the show tonight, we're going to talk much more about how to use the mind, because we live in a mental reality. It's all about the power. The mind is everything. And I'm actually going to give you some secrets to how to access the mind, how those secrets that I call them secrets to manifestation. I wrote a book at some point, I think 10 years ago, called The 11 Principles. And one of the principles of the universe, other than different concepts that make the universe so balanced, so stable, and so perfect, is the manifestation, this law of manifestation. Other than the law of karma, the law of harmony, there's the law of manifestation. And there are secrets to manifesting the reality that you want. Actually, in one of my books, Decoding Your Destiny, I talk about the fact that reality reflects what the mind projects. And that became one of my famous quotes that I've ever made, because there's so much truth into it. What you think you become, it has been said by the French philosopher Descartes 300 years ago. So we are the results of what we say, because what we say, it's what's in our head. It's what the mind tries to express. And I was on NBC around 8 days ago, and I was talking on NBC about in which way emotions affect our well-being. And it was a very interesting, and I think was a powerful segment, because I tried to explain in very simple terms how the body creates for every single emotion that is negative or positive a chemical response or a hormonal response. When you feel good, you exercise or you do something empowering, you release in the body the so-called feel-good hormones. When you go through a period of trauma or stress or instability, the body releases harmful chemicals. And those chemicals, they do travel in the bloodstreams, penetrating through the receptors of the cell, inside the cell, and affecting the function of the cell. In many cases, disrupting the cell from producing, from acting normally, in other words. So this is the way cancer happens to a very healthy person, when after a shock or after something very negative or after negative emotions like fear, anger, hatred, envy, insecurities, those emotions release those harmful chemicals. They travel in the body, they penetrate the cells, and at the cellular level, they disrupt the function of the cell. And in many cases, those cells, they cannot perform their normal function. So consequently, what happens in the body, you might see autoimmune disorders happening and a lot of cancer, which cancer is also a response of the mutation of a cell and the fact that the immune system doesn't function properly because the cells have been affected by all those harmful chemicals. Just found out the other day that one of my best friends, Victoria Holt, who I made a show with many years ago, beautiful, brilliant producer in California, one of my dearest friends, just died in her 40s because of cancer, breast cancer. So, and I know why, because she went through a terrible divorce, and I remember how affected she was. So her death was no surprise to me. And me being a counselor, I had many, many people coming to me, going through terrible divorces, and then developing cancer 1 or 2 years later. So to me, this is the easiest way to explain to you that you cannot afford those negative feelings to cause harmful chemicals in the body. And so what I'm trying to say is that use your mind and use the power of the mind to become aware, to work in your favor, and to shift consciousness so that you don't allow this something so dramatic to happen to you. So my show is more a show that is trying to help people to elevate understanding. So we are incredible, powerful being, and the power is, as I said, rooting within the mind. So we have to realize that we manifest things every day, but it depends how the manifestation happens based on those emotions that we operate on, because we have this reptilian brain, so very emotional, sensitive people, as much as we extremely evolved and we have the rational mind. But we always want to do something and take the right action, to manifest the right decision. So that's called manifestation. So let's say you want a better position in a company. You're going to get it if you work hard. That's manifestation. But there are different type of manifestations. There is a conscious manifestation when you're consciously aware of what you're doing. So manifestation is kind of conscious, is kind of straightforward. You're aware of what you want to create. You're aware of what you want to produce. You're aware of what you want to accomplish. So consequently, you take the right action to make it happen. But the subconscious manifestation, and that's a trickier one. And that's what I see all the time. the hidden layers of the mind. So the mind operates more on the cognitive, on the consciousness, than on the subconscious mind. We use only 10% of the brain. 90% of the ability of the brain is not even used. You imagine the mind is 200 times more powerful than any computer. If we would use the 200% of the mind, the full percentage of the mind, not only 10% of the mind, you can imagine. But as I said, you sabotage many times your manifestation because of those hidden layers in the subconscious mind. What is the subconscious mind? Imagine like a room where everything is stored there. All your fears, all your problems, everything you ever went through that was, less positive. So the subconscious mind is way greater, way more powerful than your conscious mind. Like I will say, picture an iceberg that has extremely big, that is larger beneath the surface of the water. But when you look at the iceberg, you just see the tip of the iceberg. So that's the conscious mind. But the rest you don't actually recognize, you don't remember, you don't understand. But those things that are in the subconscious mind are a lot, are very vast in numbers. They hold tremendous influence over your thoughts, over your decision, and ultimately over your life. So what ends up happening is that you manifest things from your subconscious mind without knowing. Because what happens, your mind is an open portal, and your thoughts are constantly traveling between your brain and the universe. So this can be a problem because the contents of the subconscious are sometimes very negative. Because as I said, in that room that I said is the subconscious mind, imagine that. You put everything, all your pain, all the things that you didn't like, that you want to store. It's like a storage room. So you sometimes don't want to go there. You always want to remember the good memories, the good stuff, and want to forget the bad things, You want to forget that your parents fought in front of you when you were a child. You want to forget that your partner cheating on you. You want to forget that you lost your house. You want to forget that you had a disease, and you want to forget all those things. But the problem is that everything that you want to forget might feel you stuck somewhere, because that is called your memory, and your memory is actually called your karma. And this is what's responsible for many things that keep on happening in your life. It's like what karma is, this memory that dwells in the subconscious and repeating same situation over and over and over and over. We pretend, I don't want to remember that, but I'm like forced to remember, I'm forced to acknowledge, I'm forced to deal with this. I'm forced to see that situation over and over till I have a resolution for it. So that's exactly why you might find it difficult to get what you want, because I really want a good relationship. That's what you're saying to yourself, and I try very hard to manifest, but I can't. And why can't I? Because of all those deep-seated memories, all trauma and fears, and all those mental components blocking you from achieving what you desire. A lot of people are calling me and say, well, I don't understand. I'm a good person. I'm not doing. Why is this blocking? What is the blockage coming from? So because you have those compartments in the subconscious mind that are full of those sabotaging elements. What you have to do, open all your mental drawers and inspect everything that's there. Take every file. You might feel discomfort. You might not want to work on it. That's what therapy is all about. I heard recently there was a show on CNN, I think, with Anderson Cooper, and talking about what this therapy is all about, and how people who go to trauma, even himself, of losing his father when he was 10 years old, his brother when he was 13, traumatic experiences. But you have to go there, go to the therapy in digging into those drawers and bringing those memories to the surface to clean out the contest of the subconscious and to make peace with everything that ever happened. It's a lot of work, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of forgiveness for those who hurt you. But there's no other way, than revisiting your worst memories, understanding your past, so don't let them happen to you again. Re-examine your worst fears. Come to the realization that those bad things you imagine have not happened. They really happened to you. You have to start with a clean state. In short, in other words, you have to heal. So that your subconscious mind can regain control and begin that positive manifestation of the things you really want. So if you see something is not working in your life, that's the explanation. Now, I want you to know that I'm going to London, and I'll be in London. So if I have anybody listening from London to my show, I'll be in London promoting my new album between the 26th of September to the 29th of September, so you can find me there. So in case you want to see me in person and you live in London, then there's a way to contact me by emailing me at CARMENAJRA, Carmen Harra, AOL. Or feel free to call me 917-771-6035. My phone is always there for years, and I have the same phone number since the cellulars exist. So you can text me, write me, you can be in touch with me. So I love to connect with you because I'm here for you. But I'll take a break, and I'll be back in a minute and talk to my listeners. I know I have a lot of people online. I take your calls. We'll talk about the 10 secrets to manifestation. So Marge from, I don't know where you are exactly, from Massachusetts, I guess. So hold on with all your people. So I'll answer your question in a minute. Thank you for listening.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
Looking for inspiration?
Want to be inspired?
Not sure where to go?
Find Mark and Kim every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Inspired Living.
Topics will elevate consciousness and range from metaphysics to the human and social experience and all things spiritual.
Welcome to an inspired community that offers support, encouragement, and new ways of thinking. You are the inspired and the inspiration.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And I'm back on OMTime Radio, and I want to send love and good energy for all the people, affected by the Hurricane Dorian. I know that there's a lot of people in the Bahamas area that need help right now, and just because we have the power of the mind, we need to send that healing energy to all those souls out there that lost everything they've ever had. They in the middle of they with the water, surrounded by water. I mean, I just pray for those people, and for everybody along the coast of Florida, like I am. I think we were really lucky. I myself am just surrounded by water, but that's not that bad. The hurricane is like kind of didn't hit us so hard, so we were really lucky. Talking about nature and Mother Nature, and working and communicating with the universe. I think we have the power of the mind to talk to the universe, to send the universe our positive thoughts and release the negativity. It's very significant to unleash this power, and also to release the negative thoughts in a healthy way. We live in a society in which people don't know how to release negative emotion other by taking a gun and going to kill somebody. So, and that happens because somebody is very upset of losing the job, or his mother just died. There's always a motivation with all these killers. The inability of releasing those dark feelings, instead of allowing those feelings, need to be getting out somehow, because otherwise those feelings will explode within themselves. So people need to express themselves, because they can. Then the manifestation of those bad feelings is by, let me take a gun and let me, you know what I mean, express it this way, and I'm going to go and hurt people around me. So it's sad that we're not talking about this enough in the media. We're not talking enough on the radio about this, because this world really needs a lot of healing when it comes to negative feelings and emotion that need to be released in a healthy way. And there's a healthy way of releasing emotion by, listening to music, by going to dance classes, by doing affirmation, by using the power of your sound, by even singing. Doesn't matter, you don't have a voice. By praying, by going inward, by exercising. There are so many ways. Beat the life of a pillow. If you're angry, that's fine. You take a pillow and fight with a pillow, but don't kill anyone, because you don't know what you're doing in those moments. And we see this, especially in the young generation. And I had my thesis in college on imposters in adolescence. So the young generation, anything between 16 to 21, 20-something, they don't understand their own emotion. The emotion becomes so intense, overwhelming them. So I feel like that's something that I'm going to do a show on this. What happens with the young generation that cannot release emotion because they don't understand their own feelings, and most likely they don't understand that and the consequences of their actions. So it's something we as a society have to consider, working on it and talking more about it. But I'm going to talk right now. I'm going to go to some of my callers, and then I'm going to try to talk to you about the secrets to manifesting the reality that you need. And I'm going to take my first caller, Marge. Hi, Marge, my love. How are you, my dear?
Hello. I have two things to say before I ask you a question that
Right.
I need answered.
Right.
There was a movie with Scarlett Johansson called Lucy.
Right.
Everyone should see this movie. It's about brain power, exactly what you talked about.
Right.
And how this movie is terrific. It's about we don't use our brain. And
No.
in the movie, she ends up using her brain 100%. And at the end of the movie, she was funny. She says, well, now you know what to do with it. I thought that's how it ended. The movie
Exactly.
is Lucy. It's an excellent movie about the brain power
So,
that we don't use.
Yes. Well, let's make people who listen make sure that they get the name to the movie. When was this movie released? You remember?
A couple years ago. Lucy, Luce, starring
Lucy.
Starring Scarlett Johansson.
Right, beautiful actress.
And Morgan Freeman is also a star in the movie.
Perfect. I believe that because I tell you, I'm so confident that we are so powerful. We use, like I even said, 10% of the brain, and because of that, you know what I mean, we don't get what we want. We don't know how to heal ourselves. We don't know how to communicate with the world around. We're disconnected, and if we use 100% of the brain, we can do telekinesis, teleportation. We can close our eyes get out of a body and do the astral travel and come back in we're so powerful. We can move a mountain. We can change the course of a hurricane. You know that the hurricane was coming towards Florida, and I knew the hurricane 2 years ago was devastating my home. And I was concentrating, and I said, I'm going to push this hurricane back into the ocean so it doesn't touch us, so it doesn't come to us. And I don't know if this is happening because I was doing that, but my mind for days and days was concentrating so the hurricane is not going to hit us, because I knew it's going to be so bad. Category 5 is catastrophic. So, so I thought, so I said, we have to use our mind. I'm going to use all the power. And I was so shocked when I saw the hurricane coming very close. I mean, we are flooded very badly around the house, like you have to take a boat to go around the house. But it didn't hit us. It didn't hit us full force. So it didn't take us the roof. You know what I mean? We're fine. We're going to be okay. But this is because and I feel a lot of people did the same thing what I did. And look at the power of the mind. If
That's
collectively,
what I did too.
Right.
That's what I did too for Florida.
Yes. If collectively, yes, people put the energy into it, we can move mountains. I mean, we can change the course of things. It's incredible. If we acknowledge this power and we use it, the world is like the essence of this world is mental. It's all the mind. The mind is in the mind. So we can heal ourselves. If you get a disease, embrace that disease, talk to yourselves, send them love, communicate with you, and you will see the healing process starting to happen.
That's right.
There's yes, absolutely. So
I'll tell you what I do, and you should tell your clients this.
Yes.
I visualize the sun going through me and taking away any darkness. I do it outside. I look at the sun, and I visualize my whole body being light inside, from head to toe.
What is so fascinating,
no darkness.
Right. Margie, so fascinating when we think of that, and we think of that as something that is so dramatic and is so bad. But actually, when you go through the death, the first thing that somebody dying is experiencing is seeing all this light coming, So that healing light that is taking you away from the darkness. And I agree with everything you say. That we are beams of light. We human beings, we are full of energy. We're made of energy, And it's like the water is...
Thing, Carmen. This is what I would do. All those people that are homeless in Bermuda, I would send them to the United States of America like Jesus would. And home them and feed them. They lost their homes. I saw it on TV. I saw her crying. I said, God, help them, help them. It's all horrible what happened.
Those poor souls, those poor souls that are not guilty of anything. They're just victim of a tragedy, you know what I mean? This disaster coming from nature. They should be helped. Every single soul there needs help. If you think of the fact that those souls lost everything they have. They don't have a home.
Everything.
They don't have anything. What are they gonna do if we're not coming to the rescue? If nobody has the heart to help them, what's gonna happen to them? So
somebody has to have the heart to help them.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that someone in the government will have the heart.
But this is the problem. Unfortunately, my understanding is the people in our government, all they care is about their own pockets. You know what I mean? And they too corrupted to have the big heart, for everybody in this world, because everybody needs help.
Yeah, but they're going to get karma back on it. That I can tell you right
they
now.
are. They are.
They're going to get karma back. That I know.
Right.
You have to be giving. You have to walk like Jesus on this planet. That's what Jesus wants.
Well, everybody says I'm not Jesus, but everybody is Jesus, because Jesus was all promoting, be good to the people around you. Spread the bread, give from what you have if you want to receive, We're not taking anything with us. So why are we so cruel? Why are we so greedy? How much do we need? How many billion we need to have in our account? Why are we needing all of this? Why is this greediness promoting so much everywhere in the media, like who's the wealthiest person? You know who's the wealthiest person? Who can give as much as he can, everything he has to the people. That's a wealthy person. Not somebody who owns I don't know how many billions of dollars. That's not a wealthy person, you know. You measure by your action, and that's called the good karma, and that's all that we take with us, you know. The rest is just irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything. But
well, keep your prayers going, and a miracle will happen for those people. A miracle. And the
miracle happens in the mind. The miracle happens in the mind. So we are the miracle. In the mind. So you have any questions for me today, my love? Anything I can help you with?
I do have one question. It's sentimental. Yes. That's why I'm calling you.
Tell me, sure.
I live at a motel in North Truro.
Okay.
Great rent. I got a great view. It's wonderful here. I'm very happy.
Okay. Okay.
I lost a gold bracelet. I don't know if was at the supermarket that it dropped off. I walked to the bank. Or did I drop it at the motel and someone picked it up? Will someone return this eventually, feel guilty?
It's so interesting. I feel like somebody has it, and it's a man who has it. And the man would love to return it, doesn't know exactly where to return it. It's because talking about people who are not necessarily greedy and not necessarily will take something that doesn't belong to them because this has a sentimental value for you. So there's a side of me that says that there is a way to recuperate it. I don't think it's lost in a supermarket. I think it's somewhere at the motel, and I feel like, and that's the reason I think you might get it back. And also, it's interesting, I feel like the person who has it, and it's a male, not a female, doesn't quite understand exactly if there is too much value attaching to it, even if it's gold, you know what I mean? Some people don't really get it, what it is worth. And it's not, doesn't mean anything, would love to give it back. So it's very possible that you're going to get it back. And I feel like you might get it back in the next 2 days or even sooner. Let's see if you get it back by tonight. Let me know if that's happened. And talking about the power of the mind, let's make this happen. Because it's your, and it has some kind of a sentimental value.
Yes, it does. That's what it has.
Right, and it's not so much it's, you know, we used to say that jewelry, because you wear them, they have, and gold, if you go back to the ancient time, to the Egyptian wear a lot of gold, and gold has the only molecule of gold that is in the shape of a pyramid. Did you know that? Every molecule on Earth is round. Every molecule, our human molecules are round. Gold is made of molecules in the shape of a pyramid. So it's fascinating. So because it goes back to the Egyptian knew something about gold that we didn't know yet. So they wear, anywhere they were going, Egyptian wear those big junk pieces of gold. And what I'm trying to say is that there's a transfer of energy between us to that piece of gold. You know what I mean? So there's no doubt gold is so... Not so much valuable, but it has a different type of value. It has a different power within, you know. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there's...
It's about an inch and a half wide.
Right. And there's something within it. It transfers... There's something energy that this bracelet carries, a certain energy, you know. And it carries the energy of you wearing and the person who had it before wearing it. Does it make sense?
My mother.
Okay, so that's why this is so valuable, because of the person who carried before you. It carries a vibration energy. And sometimes some people who do intuitive work will take a piece of jewelry from somebody, and in order for them to connect to the spirit world, they say, give me a ring that your mother wear, or give me your ring that somebody on the other side, a certain piece of jewelry that that person wear, and by holding on that particular piece of jewelry, they access the vibration energy of the person. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does, of course.
So that's what I'm trying to say, is that the power of the gold in itself, the vibration energy that carries the vibration of your mother, and we both of us have to put our minds together to make this return to you ASAP, as soon as possible. You lost it in the last 2 days?
This happened Friday.
Okay, Friday. So it's more
Tuesday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This is the 4th day.
The 4th day, okay. Yeah, so my opinion is that it's very possible anything to get it back to you in the next 2 hours or maximum 2 days. And I want you to keep in touch with me, even send me a text. I'll give you my number and be in touch with me and text me if you got it, okay? That's all I want to hear. I want to celebrate the fact that you get it back.
All right, let me go inside the motel and get a piece of paper and a pen.
Right. And just text me. I'll be extremely happy to know that you got it back. Because it carries that energy.
What is your fax number?
So my number is 917-771-6035.
Wait a minute.
917-771.
Yeah.
6035.
2035?
6035.
6035.
You got it.
That's your fax.
That's my phone number. That's my cell.
Oh, that's your phone number.
That's my cell, and you actually can text me on this number. This is a number where you can send me a text. And send me a text and tell me.
Okay,
yes.
917-771-6035.
That's it. And you can text me and tell me whether you got it. That okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay, my love. Okay, my love.
It. You're a wonderful woman. You're blessed by the Lord.
I love
Thank you very much.
Okay, my love. Thank you so much. I'm going to go to a break, and then Leilani, don't go anywhere. I'll be with you in a minute. Thank you for listening.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
I'm Fidel Nsombo. I was born in a city called the Bukavu in the Congo. We were a loving family, and then, boom, everything that I had disappeared in a single day. People think that when you are a refugee and they resettle you to America, and all your problems are done. They don't understand that that's the beginning of everything. I was not born a refugee. I was made one.
It's time we welcome refugee families with open arms. Learn more at embracerefugees.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
And I'm back on OMTime Radio. I'm back, and I'm so excited because the show tonight is all about the power of the mind. We live in a world that is mental. We have to understand that the mind is everything. And I was talking about the secrets to manifestation. I'm going to read them briefly to you, and then I'm going to talk to Elena about her and answer her questions. First, you have to understand, to make sure what you really want. You want to manifest anything, you must be certain that is it exactly what you want, because manifestation only comes true when you are 100% of your intention. Some people want something, but they in doubt. If you're in doubt and afraid of the magnitude of your wishes, your manifestation will remain stuck in the realm of possibilities. So that's why make sure this is really what you want. And then understand that it's for your highest good. Because sometimes people go against their destiny and wanting things that are not necessarily right for them. So you want to bring to life something that is in alignment with your faith and something that is in alignment with your highest good. So let's say you want to manifest a relationship with someone, but that person is not ready for a relationship. So if you push it, it might not turn to be a good experience. So as I said, make sure that something that you want comes from your soul, not from your ego. Very important. So then understand that you do deserve. Manifestation has a lot to do with knowing that you're good enough for something. Because a lot of people say, I don't know if I'm good enough for that. I don't know if I deserve that. You have to be sure that you deserve. And that not anyone else, deserve it by you, because you're good enough. You're good enough. And then you have to see it. You have to speak it. You have to live it. I always have in mind an American author, Elizabeth Gilbert, who said, you have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of your blessing. And what she was trying to say is that you have to live your dream if you want to achieve it. And it means you have to do something every single day to make it happen. Make your wish your life mission and put all your efforts into making them reality, because nothing comes from the sky. And don't scatter your energy in different directions to lose the momentum. Focus into one direction and go in full force to make it happen. You have to ask the universe for it, because sometimes we forget that the universe is our greatest supporter. And be vigilant at the signs that you receive. We always are in touch with the universe. Pray to the universe, to the people who are no more with you, to the spirit. And you will see that your prayers will be answered. And through the process, don't get discouraged, because on the road to manifestation, you might experience setbacks. In life, there are setbacks, but don't get discouraged. You'll always, have to acknowledge that manifestation is a process. It's not an event. So reflect and come up with a new strategy if something doesn't happen right away. So you have to be firm in your intention. You have to cut out all the negative influences. And you have to perform everything that is positive. Sometimes even rituals. I remember that Jim Carrey, many years ago, he wrote himself a $10 million check around Thanksgiving. And he said, I deserved it. I carried it in my wallet. And then he received the check for $10 million for a role in a movie. So if you think you deserve it, you want that money, don't doubt that you deserve it. And you will have it. Believe it or not, but it's come with your effort. So write yourself a check on your own banking statement, put the balance and write a big number. Don't be afraid. And in life, to manifest, you have to take opportunities. You have to track your progress sometime. Let no opportunities pass you. Take all that it is out there. Track your progress. It's hard to keep track of the manifestation sometimes if you don't track your progress. So keep a daily journal. I always write down the things that I want to monitor in terms of manifestation, So this is what I want you to know. But I also would love to talk for whatever minutes I have left to Helena from New York. Hi, Helena. Thank you for calling me.
Hi. Good to talk to you, Carmen. Good to hear you.
Hi, my love. So I'm listening to you.
First of all, I wondered, when you talk about the mind, I think you mean more than the brain, but more like the mind in terms of consciousness.
That's exactly what I said. I said that the mind has two parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And we operate on the cognition, on the cognitive. And that is only like 10% of us, the cognitive mind. But the subconscious mind carries all the baggages. Everything is that we store is all your experiences that you probably didn't like, all the things that happen in your life. That you lost the dog, that you had an experience with the man that was not good, that you lost your mother, that all those things that that you struggle with money, that you lost a home, that you did the wrong thing by selling a home, and so on and so. All those things are stored in that room that is called the subconscious mind. But they are blockages for your cognitive mind. So believe it or not, you just have to go in that room and clear, you know what I mean, throw away some of that baggage that you don't need. So that is called the karma baggage that we carry. So do you think I answer your question?
Yes. So, I mean, I think that, my consciousness creates, my intention, really. I mean, it's not so much like...
Absolutely. Consciously you create intention. But the setbacks and the blockages do come from the subconsciousness. So your subconscious mind sometimes is blocking your conscious mind without even the conscious mind acknowledging that the blockage actually do come from those memories, from those imprints that already exist that have something to do with your past. So that's why you have to do your...
What do we do to clear that?
Well, that is the work. That is the work of digging deeper into the past, so making sure that those drawers with all those memories are empty. So you have to those files, all those files with the memories that were not good need to be deleted. That's your mental work. It's exactly like the cleansing that the body needs to do. The mind needs cleansing. And sometimes we're not doing it. It's like you brush your teeth because otherwise, you know what I mean, your mouth will smell. So the same thing with your conscience. You don't clean that. It stays there. It stinks. You know what I mean? And it's a baggage that you carry and becomes heavy. So I'm trying to use all kinds of metaphoric ways of defining how heavy, how difficult it is to carry that luggage, of those memories that have never been processed, never been understood, never been healed, never been resolved. We just throw them over there like a dirty clothes that you don't want to wash. You just throw them somewhere in one room. And that room is packed with and that room being your subconscious mind, is packed with all kinds of things that you don't actually need anymore. And they are just heavier on your shoulder, metaphorically speaking. You can carry them as the time goes by, and stopping you from being free, stopping you from bringing things in, because there's no room for bringing anything in, And you operate at a conscious level, you operate on the memories of failing experiencing from the past. It's like, okay, I fail in producing this, I fail in getting a new home, I fail in getting this money 1, 2, 3, 10 times. Why? Because it's the repetition, constantly repeating the same thing. You understand?
Yeah.
That explain things in relationship, in financial aspect of your reality, in everything that defines the projection of your life. So extremely powerful. This is probably one of the most powerful things in life that we need to acknowledge, when it has to do with building and writing the script of your tomorrow. You write the script of tomorrow, how your life is going to be tomorrow based on whatever you have in the past. So you live today, but you lived on what happened already to you, and you will project tomorrow based on whatever experiences you ever had lived. Do you understand what I mean?
I understand. Yes, I do. Thanks.
Okay.
So,
Good.
Thanks so much.
Okay, my love. Now, if you have time, I'm going to go to my lovely Leilani. Hi, Leilani. Hi, sweetheart.
Hello, beautiful Carmen.
Beautiful Leilani. How are you, my love?
I'm wonderful. I want you to know there's a lot of light happening here.
Good.
My roommate did move out, and I was initially triggered and angry because she only gave 4 days notice. But guess what? We had a ceremony, and I asked everyone to pray. I offered them food.
Very good.
From India. Yeah, I offered them berries and croissants and food. I got roses, so I feel like it was very healing. I feel like there might be a past life with her.
Excellent.
Now, I'm wondering, I really love the energy of my house when it's just me. I'm wondering, there's two things. I don't really want a roommate. I'd like to just really live in overflowing abundance.
I agree with that. I agree. You have to manifest more abundance instead of bringing people in, because as you can see, that's not exactly the experience you want to go through. So then we have to shift this reality into bringing more money in. So consequently, you don't need to go through that and enjoy your own privacy, enjoy your own home, and have the money that you need coming from a different source. So that's where we need to work on.
Right, and I applied for a job at a travel.
Good.
But I didn't get it. Over 100 people applied. I was so sad. I applied 2 jobs there.
No, we don't need to be sad.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to be sad, because when you're sad, you release those emotions. Exactly what I was explaining, everybody.
Yes.
Don't allow sadness, fear, insecurities to travel through your bloodstream, because they release chemicals that are harmful, and we're not aware of those. And this is the way we get sick. And then we question why 2 weeks later we have an inflammation in the body and our immune system doesn't function properly, because you're sad. No, you're not going to be sad, because there's tons of jobs out there, and I want you to apply it, and in 4 days or 4 weeks, you will have another job, I promise you. Make that happen. Let's work on manifesting that. That will be even way better than the one that you didn't get.
Okay, I really need money now. That's the situation I'm in.
You will have money now.
I will?
Yeah, you will, and you have to put all your energy into making that happen.
Okay.
You will. Not with desperation and not with fear.
Right.
Okay?
I feel pretty calm inside, even though there's been a lot of chaos lately. I feel pretty calm and grounded.
And you'll feel very well when you're going to see the money coming in. Then you'll feel very relaxed, very rewarded, very in control. And then when the money comes in, you have to find ways of doubling, quadrupling. Money is a form of energy. And everything in this physical world is just an energy, in the energy field. So keep on.
I'm going on the web to look for work. I don't know how else to go about it.
Well, go do that. I have a sense that in your area there is somebody who might need you.
Okay.
And that's something that comes to me like in an intuitive way. So just pay attention, look around. So when you connect with the universe and ask the question, I need this, so your mind starts to plug in to manifest the question and turn it into reality, then you will figure it out that right around closer to you there is a place where you actually can start working. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm doing a temp job now. It's just 3 days a week. It's only like 8 hours a week.
No, there's something else that gets way better and way more money.
Okay.
Start looking, and by the next week you will have good answer. Good, by next week you will have some good news for me.
There's a man from England. He's a director. He's a filmmaker. He is coming to Boulder, and we've been in contact. I'm just wondering what that is.
Meet him. He's a good man, actually. Meet him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I asked him how may I serve. Like he just made a film about Ram Dass.
Okay.
And I asked him if he needed me to put up flyers, and he said actually he just wants to have tea with me.
Okay, go meet him. Go meet him in a public place. Go have tea with him, and be the lovely you know. But I feel like it's okay. I don't feel anything wrong out of it. Just make sure you meet him in a public place. You know.
Don't bring him to my home?
No, I will not bring him to my home. No, to your home, no.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So
I'm grateful for you.
Well, that's so beautiful. I love you, Lalani. So I want to tell this everybody listening that gratitude is something that we should do every single day, like for 10-15 minutes. If we will be grateful, like find a place in our home and we express gratitude for everything that is good, that we're healthy, that we have each other, you know what I mean, that we're at peace, that for everything we have, small or big, whatever that is, gratitude is aligning the spirit to a state of peace and content and harmony within ourselves, and releasing all those feelings of negativity that we need to release in a healthy way. That's exactly what I've been talking about. So I guess that this would be the way to live the healthy life, you know, and in the same time bringing in and manifesting everything that we want. So thank you, Leilani, for calling, and for everybody else listening. I'm Carmen Harra, OMTime Radio, and if you really enjoyed the show tonight, if you have questions or comments, schedule with me a session or call me, or feel free to email me with suggestions. Carmen Harra AOL. I'm Dr. Carmen Harra. I'll see you next week, same time, same place, to help you manifest anything you desire. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you.